The anime starts by showing an event that occurred a decade ago. Julius Novachrono, who was then a magic commander in the Clover Kingdom, and not yet the 28th Magic Emperor, confronts Conrad Leto, the 27th Magic Emperor. Conrad is accused by the kingdom of being a traitor for wanting to destroy the kingdom, feeling he's been treated unjustly. In their battle, Julius has to use his time magic and the Imperial Sword, a precious kingdom heirloom from Emperor Lemuel Silvermillion Clover, to seal Conrad. Following the past event, the Clover Kingdom is now under Julius's rule, and it's enjoying a period of peace. The kingdom is even hosting a Magic Knights competition. One of the participants is Yuno, the vice captain of the Golden Dawn squad. He faces off against Asta, his friend who's wearing a mask. But just before their match starts, a surprise occurs. Conrad, who should still be sealed by Julius, appears. He's accompanied by 3 former kings who once ruled the Clover Kingdom. Their goal is to absorb all the magic energy from the kingdom's residents. This is puzzling because Conrad broke free from his seal after Julius lost a battle some time ago. Conrad uses the Imperial Sword, previously sealed with him, to restore the memories of the former emperors, Jester Garandros, Princia Funnybunny, and Edward Avalaché. He tries to convince them to join him in creating a new kingdom without social hierarchies. Meanwhile, Asta and other magic knights in the arena are defending against Conrad and the former emperor's attacks. They're working together to stall for time until reinforcements arrive. Asta receives orders to go to the Zero Research Laboratory and retrieve an object that can neutralize the power of the Imperial Sword used by Conrad. If they don't seal the sword quickly, Conrad will be free to absorb everyone's magic. Asta, along with his friends Finral Rulacase and Elsdocia, rushes toward the research area using a teleportation portal. Meanwhile, in the arena, Conrad is busy stealing the memory magic of Marx Francois, one of the Magic Emperor's advisors. He believes these memories will provide valuable information about the Clover Kingdom. To trap everyone inside, Conrad creates a shield called the Triumph Flying Fortress around the stadium. He knows that the stadium contains a powerful natural mana source that can boost his magic, and he doesn't want to miss out on this opportunity for more power. As Asta and his group arrive at the Zero Research Laboratory, they're surprised to encounter Nero, a researcher working on magical tools for Emperor Lemuel. After explaining their mission to Nero, she quickly guides them to an underground storage area. During their journey, they discover that Sally is one of the researchers at the facility. Nero also shares her own history. She reveals that 500 years ago, she lived as a bird until she evolved into a human form. She tells them about Conrad, who was once a kind and wise magic emperor. Tragically, after his family and loved ones were killed by nobles who despised him, Conrad became determined to use the power of the Imperial Sword to wipe out everyone in the kingdom. He aimed to resurrect only those he chose. Conrad possessed a unique magic that allowed him to forcefully take someone's magic power and memories. As Asta and his group reach the storage room containing magical objects to neutralize the Clover Kingdom sword, they are shocked to find Conrad already there. He's destroying the magical objects they intended to retrieve, despite Sally's attempts to stop him. Conrad reveals that he easily infiltrated the research area using Marx's stolen memories, giving him access to all the lab's information. He also informs them that the Clover Kingdom has been taken over by 3 former emperors after the Magic Knight commanders who resisted were defeated and held hostage. Conrad notices Noelle and senses her magic power, similar to Nozel Silva's, one of the captured Magic Knight commanders. He becomes interested in taking her power and forcibly drains Noelle's magic. Asta doesn't just stand by. He tries to rescue Noelle by attacking Conrad. During the battle, Conrad, with Marx's memories, learns about Asta's hardships due to unfair treatment by nobles. He invites Asta to join him in creating a fair kingdom without status differences. Conrad reveals his plan to destroy the Clover Kingdom the next day and resurrect everyone with pure hearts, free from jealousy or envy. Asta refuses to join Conrad because he believes that destroying one kingdom to build another is wrong, especially if it means sacrificing innocent lives. Asta launches an attack on Conrad, but he's still outmatched, especially after Conrad unleashes his key magic power and uses powerful spells against Asta, leaving him powerless. Conrad advises Asta to reconsider his offer to avoid future regrets. Just then, Yuno arrives to help Asta. He attacks Conrad, allowing Asta and his friends to retreat. Asta, who had suffered serious injuries, taken to a secret base where other magic knights gather to discuss Conrad's attack. Asta, now awake, was determined not to stand idle, especially with Conrad planning to destroy the Clover Kingdom the next day. Seeing his fellow magic knights losing confidence because they had to face Conrad and the former emperors, Asta tried to encourage them not to give up. He reminded them of their duty as magic knights to protect the Clover Kingdom, and his words gave everyone a renewed sense of confidence. Shortly after, Captain Mereoleona Vermilion arrived at the location, joined by other captains like Jack the Ripper, Charlotte Rosalie, and William Vengeance, who had rushed back to the kingdom upon hearing of the attack. Together, they began devising a plan to attack Conrad's stronghold and rescue Captain Yumisuke Nozel and Fugolian Vermilion, all of whom had been captured by Conrad's crew. Without wasting time, the Magic Knights set out to retake the Black Bull's base, which was heavily guarded by Princia's artificial warriors. Asta and his comrades launched an assault on the base to advance toward Conrad's stronghold. Regrettably, in the midst of the battle, Jack, Charlotte, and William couldn't join them. They chose to confront Princia's thousands of artificial warriors and urged Asta and the others to hurry ahead. Asta and his friends began working together to break the protective barrier around Conrad's stronghold. They joined forces with Yuno, and together, Asta and Yuno managed to shatter the barrier and enter the enemy's base. Edward and the other former emperors, realizing this, tried to prevent Asta and Yuno from interfering with the activation of mass destruction magic that was set to occur in a few hours. Captain Mereoleona ordered her remaining magic knights to confront Edward while she herself would take on Princia, allowing Asta and Yuno to continue their mission. Mereoleona was eager to face Princia, expecting a tough opponent. In the history of the Clover Kingdom, Princia was known as an emperor who always emerged victorious in battles against the kingdom's enemies. On the other hand, Princia considered Mereoleona's power to be comparable to that of most weak knights and challenged her to reveal her full abilities. Without hesitation, Mereoleona activated her fiery magic and attacked Princia, impressing Princia with her incredible strength that could withstand Princia's blows. Shortly after, Mereoleona used her powerful kicks, but Princia easily countered them. They engaged in a fierce duel, both landing blows on each other. Mereoleona seemed to struggle against the formidable Princia, but she didn't give up easily in the face of her opponent. Asta and Yuno entered a room inside Conrad's stronghold, and were suddenly attacked by Jester. Yuno tried to distract Jester so that Asta could free the captive captains. After successfully freeing Yummy and the others, Yuno used all his power against Jester. The Magic Knight commanders then joined forces with Yuno to help him defeat his opponent. Nozel and Fugolian even combined their magic to incapacitate the former emperor. However, after a series of attacks, Yuno and the three Magic Knight commanders had to retreat because they had exhausted their magic energy. On the other hand, Jester remained strong. Fueled by the magic energy he had absorbed from the royal sword, which Conrad had charged with the magic energy of everyone in the Clover Kingdom. Meanwhile, Asta had found Conrad and tried to stop his plan to destroy the Clover Kingdom using the mana stored beneath the demon skull in Hage Village. A battle unfolded, and as Conrad grew frustrated with Asta for foiling his plans to create a new kingdom, he decided to use his most powerful magic to eliminate Asta. However, Asta refused to give up and withstood all of Conrad's attacks with determination. He declared his intention to build a peaceful kingdom with everyone who was still alive without resorting to killing. With his determination, Asta managed to find Conrad's weak point, incapacitating him and releasing Noel's magic that Conrad had taken. With her powers restored, Noel, along with the other Magic Knights, worked together to battle Edward, who remained undefeated. Edward offered the Magic Knights a chance to join him, promising to resurrect those without evil hearts. However, the Magic Knights firmly rejected the offer, as their goal was to protect the Clover Kingdom from traitors who sought to harm it. Without hesitation, Noel and the others combined their powers to attack Edward, who possessed ice magic. Through teamwork, they were finally able to defeat the former emperor of the kingdom. Shortly after, something unexpected happened. Edward's body started to fade away slowly because Asta's sword strikes had neutralized Conrad's power. The same fate befell Jester and Princia. However, Conrad couldn't accept defeat and tried to resist using forbidden magic, even at the cost of his own life. As a result, his body began to vanish, and just before he disappeared entirely, he summoned a meteor from the sky with the intention of destroying the Clover Kingdom. Just as things seemed dire, Julius finally arrived and handed the sword of the Clover Kingdom to Asta. He expressed his hope that Asta could destroy the meteor and save everyone in the kingdom. With the heirloom sword's power and the combined strength of all the magic knights present, Asta boldly approached the meteor and shattered it with several strikes of his sword. After the meteor broke into pieces, Conrad acknowledged his defeat and entrusted the future of the Clover Kingdom to all the surviving people. Shortly after, Conrad's body slowly faded away, marking the victory of the kingdom's magic knights. Julius expressed his gratitude to Asta and the other magic knights who had worked hard to protect the Clover Kingdom. Asta was overjoyed at that moment because he had gained borrowed power from the former magic emperors stored within the Imperial Sword. Several weeks later, all the kingdom's residents returned to peaceful living, and they were seen repairing homes and buildings damaged by the previous war. At the end of the anime, Asta and Yuno stood on a hill, watching the peace in Hage Village. They felt happy for successfully protecting all the residents, and Asta mentioned that he would compete with Yuno in a friendly manner to become the next magic emperor. Yuno, not wanting to lose to Asta, accepted the challenge, and they tested their powers to determine who was stronger between them. Moral lesson from the story: sometimes, when you try to destroy a kingdom to build a new one, you might end up summoning meteors and fading away, so it's better to just work together and repair stuff instead.